Synthetix is really opening up the stock market potential for a lot of people that just find the stock market inaccessible. They've been developing really well as well. They've launched version 3. Trading volume has been really solid on the DEX. Things look strong for Synthetix. Now, I want to talk about potentially where they can go this year. Also, what might be holding them back from big growth. And where we'll, best case scenario versus where we're likely to go, are all going to be covered in this video. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new here, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. And when I did the videos, I showed myself buying these coins. They were coins that I expected were going to make me a lot of money. And if you'd have done the same, let's say you've popped $100 into each of these when I released the videos, all you would have needed to do is sit on those coins for 16 months. You wouldn't have even needed to trade them or anything. And if you then jumped on your wallet and sold them after 16 months, total profit under a year and a half would have been over 123 grand. It's a house in under a year and a half. Now the thing is you don't have a year and a half to get your portfolio sorted. You don't even have, a month really. That's about it. Because the market's going to start ripping in September. And if you're not happy with your portfolio, if you're not confident in the coins that you own, it is time to do something about it. If you go to copymycrypto.com, you will see on that site what my members have made. You will see the successes that we have had. Everything on there is public record. You can verify it on the history of this channel. Copymycrypto.com is where I dive into the markets every day. And when I find a coin that I want to buy, I tell my members what the coin is that I'm going to buy, the price I'm going to buy it at. And my members can copy along exactly. This means they make the same profit, but they don't have to do anything. And if that sounds good to you, and if you're one of the people that are not confident in the coins that you own, have a read of the site, pause the video now, check it all out, and if you like what you see, try it out before these markets really start ripping. Now, so Synthetix, it has a decentralized liquidity protocol that basically any protocol can tap into for a ton of different purposes. It's deep liquidity and low fees, serves as a backend for a lot of protocols on both Optimism and Ethereum. You've got many user-facing protocols in the Synthetix ecosystem like Quenta, Lyra, Polynomial, 1inch, and Curve, which all tap into Synthetix liquidity to power their protocols. It's built on Optimism and Ethereum, and SNX is SNX, ETH, and LUSD are what collateralize the network. So that allows the issuance of what's called synthetic assets, synths. Synths basically track and provide returns on an underlying asset without someone directly owning it. So you could have a synthetic Tesla and it will be pegged to the price of Tesla, but what it does mean is the downside is you don't own any Tesla. The upside is that you've got an investment in Tesla, even though you technically don't. But within the stock market, you've got to understand there are so many goddamn fees. You're paying a fee to a broker every time you want to invest in something. There are minimum amounts that you've got to invest. There is a lot of hurdles for the stock market. There's less nowadays because obviously you've got things like Robinhood, etc. Not that I'm pro Robinhood. So there are less hurdles than there once were. But effectively, Synthetix opens up the potential for a stock market that runs all the time, that runs 24/7. There's a big appeal there because logically, Synthetix could literally have a contract with the New York Stock Exchange, couldn't they? Where yes, they are synthetic assets, but an agreement that effectively any stock trader in the world can use Synthetix outside of trading hours, or in theory, it could open up the stock exchange so that when the stock exchange closes, everyone can move on to Synthetix. And if you had every synth stock out there, you could allow a 24-hour trading period, and then when all stock markets reopen, they are readjusted based on the new price of the synthetic assets. But obviously that would then mean the synthetic assets are not necessarily pegged to the price. So there's problems there as well. But there is potential, is what I'm saying, for like a wider use case for Synthetix. Now, Synthetix a couple of weeks ago had the V3 futures market launch, which had some really good trading volume. They also had their V3 spot markets in June, and the trading volume on the DEX was really good. The recent outperformance comes as the market anticipates the imminent launch of the V3 futures market. The critical feature of the whole V3 upgrade is to transform Synthetix into a multi-market ecosystem composing perpetual futures, spots, options, insurance, exotics, and more. And dude, it's a cool thing. Like, you know, they've got some money locked in, not tons, not like what you would expect, but you know, 2.4 million in total value locked for the USDC Andromeda yield. This is an auto compound. So you deposit on Tauros, but you can get 18.33%. But it is on but it is for a stable coin. Now I will say this. I don't know the ins and outs of this USDC Andromeda yield. However, it does concern me when I'm seeing stable coins with that kind of APY. We've seen stablecoins with that kind of APY have problems. Now, obviously, USDC is so well established, but everything can have a problem. That's my attitude to it. So that kind of concerns me a tad. But as you can see, really good value locked. This is just the liquidity layer that they've got of DeFi. But if we check out their dashboard, hopefully I can do it without checking and logging into the bloody wallet. Apparently not. Right, fine. Oh, this is all base as well, is it? So let's switch to Ethereum. Why is it not switching? That's so annoying. Fine. Arbitrum, 27 mil. So that's not too bad. ETH, that's another 27. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, is it? It's decent liquidity. There's decent options. Yeah, not bad. That's the liquidity app. But then you've got all things like Quenta. So Quenta's their like trading platform, effectively, where you trade and they've got perpetuals as well. As you can see, everyone's starting to land on base now. Every base has really got people excited. So when we check out the futures, as you can see, you've got isolated margin stuff with Synthetix and with Synthetix Optimism, as well as Perennial Arbitrum. You've got Synthetix Base, and Synthetix Arbitrum is on its way. Staking, obviously very straightforward. You just stake, so say you wanted 1,000 Quenta staked, boom, 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 stake Quenta, jobs are good in. Very easy to use. This is just one of the options that Synthetix has. They've got tons of different platforms that they've built, all powered by Synthetix liquidity provision. Very clever concept. Very, very clever concept. As you people might be aware, it's like Tiki Tawari's favorite crypto. Now Tiki Tawari obviously is relatively, probably quite well known actually, from Palm Beach. What's it called? The Palm Beach financial sort of thing, like what's it called? Bloody brain melted. Investor like guidebook, not guidebook, but it sends out all the information all the time. Okay, one thing that I don't think is great for Synthetix. So volume, to be fair, in a month is bloody good. 1.7 billion. That's not bad. It's not amazing, especially when you see so many DEXs these days doing like that kind of volume in a day. But that's still pretty good. Still pretty good. Traders in the last month now, only 5,000. Now, that to me isn't great. most of them are returning traders. Well, very few new traders. So from a growth perspective, I think there is a cause for concern here, from my perspective, because you're not getting new traders a lot. And the way any protocol, any provision, anything, any business grows is with new customers. They're not getting new users. Synthetix have a job because they've got to get new users in. Otherwise, they're going to struggle to grow. So there really needs to be a very well considered sort of action plan for how they're going to bring new members in or new users. Because as of right now, there's not much there, is there? There is not much there. So I think there's some strong signs for Synthetix. There really are some strong signs for Synthetix. But as of right now, then they really have a job to do to get new users. They really have a job. But their perpetuals market, as you can see, it's definitely being used on a daily basis. It's not bad. They also share all the information on liquidations as well. So you can see how the market's moving on a daily basis. Again, cool little feature. Synthetix did pretty well in the last bull cycle. At points it was like 20 cents in the bear cycle, and it hit highs of $28. So it did very well. Job now, like I say, it's growth. I'm not seeing a fat lot of evidence of growth. I think Synthetix really can do something quite special, but it needs a surge in growth. If they can onboard, I think they need to onboard roughly 100,000 people, and with active users, at least I would say quadruple, if not 5 times what they currently have. They've got 5,000 active traders. They need around 25,000. If they're getting that on a monthly basis, that obviously would increase the volume per month to probably around if it's scaled in the same way, maybe to $8 billion. That would then drive the price of Synthetix pretty well, as growth is there. Until we see that, though, I think they're going to struggle, because if they can onboard another 100,000 users, and I think that should be the target, then I think they could get to for $30-40. I think there's a very real chance of that. However, right now, based on data, I think we're probably only going to see about $10 for Synthetix, because unless they landed like a legitimately big deal with like a stock exchange, or if they onboard some Wall Street guys that are traders, and if they can, maybe that's where they go. Maybe that brings in the growth that they need. But right now, 5,000 traders, even though obviously these guys are pretty well off in terms of trading, that they can, those 5,000 across the month managed to do 1.6 billion. They need more people. They need more people. If they're not going to get the people, they're going to struggle. I think $10 right now is about the highest that they can go based on current stats. But if they do a really good marketing campaign, really push, they could get to $30 or $40, no problem. But that's the job. Let's see if they do it. Let's see if they do it. If you use Synthetix, why? Seriously, why? Share in the comments, because there are lots of decentralized futures markets. There are lots of places where you can invest in auto compound. So why do you use Synthetix? Share in the comments down below, because if you're a Synthetix holder, you would want to know why you would want people to know why you're using it, because they might then use it, and you might actually start some organic growth by yourself. So share in the comments down below. Guys, we are in a bull cycle. If you're not happy with the coins that you own, if you're not confident in the coins you own, it's time to do something about it. Get onto copymycrypto.com, have a look at what my members have earned. Have a look at their testimonials. Watch the videos, read through the whole site. If you are sitting on a portfolio you're not confident in, it is time to do something about it, because if you get to next month without having changed anything and you're still not confident, you're going to watch a lot of people making money in these markets while you don't. That is not a position anyone wants to be in. If that's you, go onto the site, have a look through copymycrypto.com, verify everything, because it's all on the history of this channel. And if you like what you see, try the service out before these markets start flying up, guys. And that's it from me. I'll see you in the next vid. Have a good day.